You're listening to Fueled, a Finstamaker podcast, and I'm your host, Catherine Finstamaker.
The storms of 2005 really awakened the giant, that being the general public. Mm-hmm. We were all lulled into complacency that the levees would protect us because they always had.
You know, back in that day there, we'd get out and go survey a pipeline. And you'd break out, which probably doesn't mean much to you, a steel chain. You'd have to use a steel chain and physically measure things with a steel chain. You know, you didn't have electronic distance meters. You didn't have RTK. You didn't have GPS. So to do a project was extremely hands-on.
I've learned contractors who actually build the projects have a lot of experience to offer you. And so what I tell people is don't let your pride get to you. Ask for advice. Ask those that's going to build it.
Here we are. State got a lot more than they can handle. They don't have enough revenues. And locals say, well, that's not my road. That's a state road. They need to take care of it. And ultimately, you and I are paying for it. It's interesting. We are paying for it and we don't know it. We're paying for it by our broken windshields.
Right.
We're paying for it by having our front end aligned a couple of times a year. I've done it twice already to my year. I'm in my car, and my car is about 4 years old. We be paying for it by our tires being blown up. I mean, we paying for it. We're paying for it by sitting in congestion.
Yeah.
We're paying for it and we don't know it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I'd love to see engineers speak up and get more involved, both on the policy side of things, as well as right now the engagement just in drainage in general.
In the spirit of Fueled, our podcast name, what fuels you in general, in life, work, family? What keeps you going?
And it's so simple for me. It's a simple term. It's called excellence. You know what I'm saying? It's called excellence. Some people get caught up in perfection. I never get caught up in perfection.
Okay.
I care less about perfection. But I realized I was very fortunate from an early age to have a great family upbringing. And I realized, you know, everything I did, there was an excellence component to it. It just couldn't be done halfway.
Well, I am tremendously grateful for all of the opportunities I've had. I've had some really tough times in my life. I have lived through a whole revolution. I have escaped out of my homeland and came back to America. But I am very grateful for all of the opportunities that the Lord has allowed me to have. And in return, I hope that I had done something for the humanity. I have done something good for my community, my state, my country here.
You know, I can't wait for the headlines to read, you know, Louisiana at the forefront of, you know, floodplain management.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And watershed management. I think that would be nice. You know, I want to be number one for once and not number 49th on that list.
Yeah, definitely.
So this gives us the opportunity to do that.